Hi there, future teacher, and welcome to this Praxis 5004 test prep lesson covering geography, anthropology, and sociology. When I was preparing for my teacher certification exam, I struggled to study with a traditional study guide by only reading black and white texts that didn't include other visuals like tables, charts, diagrams, and other illustrations. So I created these slides that you will see today, and then I passed on the next try. So I realized how important a different mode of learning, that audio-visual aspect for me was. And I hope it's going to be helpful for you too. Now, in case you're also a kinesthetic learner and you like to learn by doing, that's me as well, and you are really going to like our matching vocabulary, interactive activities, as well as our full-length timed practice tests that do a really good job simulating what you'll receive on exam day. So, if you're not already enrolled, just click the link in the description below or just go to teacherpreps.com. All right, without further ado, let's begin this lesson. Hello, future teacher, and welcome to this Praxis 5004 test prep lesson covering the key information regarding geography, anthropology, and sociology that you'll want to know for your upcoming exam. This video is proudly presented by teacherpreps.com. Understanding the interaction between physical and human systems explores how human activities influence the natural environment and conversely, how environmental conditions shape human societies. Here is an overview to guide your preparation, starting with how humans change the environment. The expansion of cities alters natural landscapes, leading to the destruction of habitats, increased pollution, and the creation of urban heat islands. Along with that, farming practices can lead to deforestation, soil degradation, and water shortages. But we also need to have a look because these places can provide essential resources for us to live too. And this falls under the agriculture category. Next up is the term industrialization, and this process has historically resulted in increased pollution and resource depletion. That's natural resource depletion. It also drives economic development and technological advancements. Despite these, human actions are not always negative. Initiatives like reforestation, wildlife conservation, and sustainable resource management aim to restore or protect natural environments. Great. Next up, let's take a look at how the environment changes us humans. Starting with climate. Regional climates can dictate the types of crops that we grow and the spread of diseases. Natural disasters such as earthquakes, hurricanes, and floods lead to migration changes in economic and building practices. The availability or scarcity of resources like water and minerals influence economic development, conflict, and human migration patterns. Natural and human resources are essential, especially when it comes to economic development, as well as cultural significance and sustainability concerns. Geography helps historians and archaeologists understand how historical events were shaped by the physical environment and how human societies adapted and modified their surroundings. For example, geography helps explain why certain civilizations flourished in particular regions, such as the Nile Valley's fertile floodplain supported agriculture to the local people. Furthermore, geographic analysis tell us how natural landscapes either facilitated or hindered local trade. In this case, we can think about the Silk Road across Asia, where typographical features allowed the flow of goods as well as cultural exchange. In contemporary times, geography helps address socioeconomic and environmental challenges. It also provides insights into urban planning since geographers analyze spatial data to plan city expansions, improve transportation networks, and manage ecological footprints. The distribution and sustainability of natural resources like water, minerals, and forests are studied within geographic contexts in order to ensure efficient and equitable use. Geography's predictive capabilities are essential for future planning, helping societies make informed decisions about sustainable development, disaster preparation, and long term economic strategies. For instance, geographers model future climate scenarios in order to help predict sea level rise impacts, agricultural shifts, and potential migration patterns. Along with that, geographic studies of areas prone to natural disasters such as earthquakes, hurricanes, or floods enable quicker response strategies. By understanding the spatial distribution of populations, resources, and environmental constraints, geographers help design sustainable practices that balance growth with environmental conservation. Next up, let's cover the practice geography questions and their answers in order to help you get totally prepared for test day. Note that each of these questions comes directly from the official Praxis 5001 study companion. And this time, we're talking about the geography, anthropology, and sociology questions, so let's get right into it now. The first question reads, what is map projection? And what kinds of decisions does it force map makers to make? Go ahead and pause the video here, come up with and think of your own solution. Then, when you're ready, push play and let's have it talk about it. Map projection is the method that cartographers translate the Earth's 3D surface onto a flat two-dimensional map. This process requires decisions regarding the preservation of certain properties, such as maintaining area accuracy, but then needing to distort shapes on the map. Another example is choosing to preserve the shape of the land masses, but having then to fill in a new area. All right, great. Moving on to the next question. What is the difference between weather and climate? Take a moment to prepare your answer and come back when you're ready for the solution. Weather refers to the short term atmospheric conditions in a specific place at a specific time. And we can think of instances like temperature, humidity, precipitation, cloudiness, visibility, and wind. Climate is the average of these weather conditions over a longer period of time, typically 30 years or more, from a specific region. Furthermore, climate provides a broader understanding of the weather patterns and conditions that can be expected in this particular area. Here's our next question. How do earthquakes create mountain ranges? Pause the video here, create your solution, and push play when you're ready for the solution that we created. Earthquakes are often a result of tectonic forces. When tectonic plates collide, the Earth's crust is pushed upward to form mountain ranges. For example, the Himalayas have been formed by the ongoing collision between the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate. And for our last question, this one reads, what kinds of physical systems led to the creation of the Grand Canyon? What about Yosemite Valley? Pause the video, create your answer, and come back for our solution. Great. Let's have a look at the answer. Now, the Grand Canyon is primarily formed by the erosive powers of the Colorado River over millions of years. In addition to the region's dry climate, which prevents substantial vegetation that would otherwise slow the erosion, this river, the Colorado River, cuts through that layer after layer after layer of rock while the Colorado Plateau has then and therefore been uplifted. Furthermore, the Yosemite Valley has been carved out during the last ice age. Large glaciers descended from Sierra Nevada.